Hello, good time everybody. Dr. Pazuki again. So with a couple of announcements for about our research projects and our second exam. So let's get started with the update of our lectures. So if you go to module 3, cryptography and hash, you'll find out that I have already published uh, the last two videos of this lecture. In video 7, we talk about asymmetric encryption algorithms, RSA Diffie-Hellman, and in video 8 we talk about digital signatures and HMAC and certification and stuff like that, and with their corresponding kind of attendance assignments. So please look at these videos like normal. So uh, we will following the same pattern for our exam. And if you come to the learning modules, let me go back from here. If you come to the learning modules, you'll find out that I have added another folder called it exam 2, which is you see that the time window that you can take it. You can take it from April 1st to April 4th, 8 p.m. This is not the end of the day. This is 8 p.m. on that day. So again, I have posted a detailed post here that says the time and deadlines and everything, and the lecture that you need to prepare for. So please read these read these instructions and guideline here for the exam 2. So the exam, again, the time window, the most important things are these. The time window for the exam is April 1st, 8 a.m. until April 4th, 8 p.m. Exam time, 80 minutes, and you only need to prepare for lecture 3, which is cryptography and hash. No other lectures is needed to be, you need to be prepared for. But we also have a consultation meeting like the other one, because I'm gonna go again announce sample questions which are bonus assignment. I haven't already uploaded them. I will upload them very soon, probably today or tomorrow, and you'll find them in the same folder here on this folder. And they'll be available to you during this last week of March, and we solved them on the March 31st in the consultation session that I have arranged for March 31st, 10 to 11 a.m. if I'm not, yeah, it's here. I didn't bold it, sorry for that. So March 31st, 10 to 11 a.m. Use this link in order to join the consultation session. If you have any question about sample questions, and we solve them together. If no one shows up like the previous one, what I do, I just go ahead and upload the solutions, or maybe I upload the consultation session from the last year that students showed up and we solved it together. If you feel that you have any question, you can show up, ask your question. But if no one shows up, I just upload the answers. Anyhow, that is about sample questions. That will be again uploaded here under the exam 2. The exam itself also will be uploaded here, exactly similar to the pattern that you saw for the exam 1. You see the instructions, and then you see the sample questions, and the solution to sample questions come the same day, March 31st, and then exam will be available to you the day after, which is Tuesday, April 1st. So you'll see all of these posting under these folder for exam 2 as well. So that's about exam. And lastly, about research project, almost all of you have teamed up, you registered, you have sent me the package of papers that you want to read. That is okay. Only one person didn't register for a team, which is for sure they lose their grade, and that's gonna be a big hard to the final grade of anyone who lose the points for the research project. But in this folder, I today uploaded two more things. One is the rubric for the presentation, and the other one is the rubric for the course paper. The course paper is the document that you report and return that shows what was the outcome of reading those 9 or 12 papers or whatever papers you've read. And the presentation is a presentation that you and your teammates show up in a Zoom or whatever. You present your findings, and then you upload it on YouTube or wherever you like. Probably YouTube the best thing, and then share me with the link so that I can share it with the class. Basically, this way you are presenting to the entire class, of course, asynchronously. So these two rubrics are very important. So let me first talk about the rubric for the presentation. Here is the presentation rubric, and I here mentioned that what items need to be covered in your presentation. For example, having a clear classification and countermeasure. So meaningful, for example, the paper you've read, you gotta mention that what is the classification of threats or countermeasures in that field that you read papers for. For example, let's say you've done cyber threats for wireless sensor network. So it's not one single type of threat. There should be multiple. And the papers you've read, let's say you've read 12 papers, you and your teammates. Those 12 papers should be classified in a number of subgroups or classes, which kind of forms a taxonomy. I want to see that taxonomy. That's very important. Example of each attack or threat scenario, and then inclusion of technical details. Of course, when you say, "Hey, we've covered, for example, 10 different attacks, and these 10 different attacks are divided into 3 subclasses or classes, whatever you want to call it." For example, the first one, denial of service type of attack. Second one, spoofing type of attack, and third one, jamming type of attack. So for the first one, denial of service, you give an example of an exact attack scenario and you go to details of that, because everybody know in this course they have the required background, so you can get into details. So follow this instruction and rubric to see what needs to be included and how I grade your presentation. That includes your slides and your presentation, the content of your presentation. And also pay attention to this part, the deadline. So the deadline, the final deadline is April 26th, which you basically don't lose anything if you submit by that deadline. And I'll be later announcing 2 assignments on the same folder that you submit your projects there, or the link to your presentation and also the presentation files there. So 26 is the time that if you upload, that you're not losing anything. But if you submit by the uh, later than this, before 2nd of May, which is the last day of class, you will be penalized 10% because of the delay. So this is basically the deadline, but I'm giving you a secondary deadline with 10% lose penalty. But I also do opposite. I give you negative penalty, meaning that I give you bonus if you submit your presentation earlier. If you submit before the 19th, you'll get 5% bonus. If you submit before the 12th of April, you'll get 10% bonus. So keep that in mind. Talk to your teammate. So you basically have 4 times to submit with different grading factors that I explained it here. So the course paper also has a rubric, and I clearly mentioned that what items need to be discussed in your course paper. Basically, course paper is a written version of your presentation, of course, in a formal language, with technical details, with time for even more technical discussions, because you are going to write for 4 to 7 pages. Uh, Yeah. And again, read the details. Many of the items that I want to be included in your course paper and in your presentations are common or similar. For example, abstract or clear classification or taxonomy of attacks. This is here and also in the presentation. Example of each class, technical details of each attack scenario. So these are the items that you see in both. So read this, please. Follow this rubric. It's very important for you to not to lose anything. And then lastly, about the deadlines, because this is not going to be shared with the class, I'll kind of give you the last day of class as a deadline, 2nd of May, with no extension, because that's the latest day of the semester, and I need to review your report and grade your final exam sheet in order to be able to report your grades right soon, a few days after that. So 2nd of May is the last date that we can do for the course paper. So having that said, I covered, I guess, most of the thing we talked about. Yeah, we talked about lectures that I've uploaded. We talked about research papers and rubrics I uploaded, I posted. So I'll be posting 2 assignments that you submit your presentation in response to that assignment, and another assignment that you submit your course paper in response to that assignment. And these submissions are team submissions, meaning that only teams are able to submit, and one submission suffice for the entire team. And then exam also I covered, so everything about the exam is now clear. So I hope you're enjoying the course. Please watch this last video, last week of this lecture 3, and get ready for the exam. You did a great job in exam 1. I want to see the same thing. Please get ready. Please don't miss bonus assignment, which are going to be published here under this folder. That's for those of you that you lost a part of the exam 1. This is a time to kind of recover that. You can do the sample question. They'll count as bonus assignment if you do it, and you'll be able to recover part of your points that you lost. So thank you all, and wish you the best of luck with your research project and with your exam too. And if in the meantime, if you have any question, please don't hesitate, email me. I'll be happy to answer your emails.